Hello and welcome to Less Cash, More Mash. I'm your host, Tom. Today we're going to introduce a new bottle to our collection that we're making. A lot of the collections you already see, they're already established. I'm starting right from ground zero. There are so many whiskeys out there that I have not tried. Most of the name brand ones I have not tried. But we're going to try to see how many we can try them all. I can honestly say, I'm not going to get the right smells. You're going to get my honest opinion. Do I like it? Do I think it's worth the money I paid for it? And I'm going to try to give you all the whiskey smells, all the flavors, all the tastes, everything. I've never done that. When I drank whiskey, I threw ice in a cup. I buried it. I got it down in me. So we're going to do our best, but it's the fun in the journey of trying to do this. And I decided, I bought a bottle, drank a bottle, and now I want to make a collection. So here we go. My first introduction, or my first contribution to my thing is 10 High Sour Mash. 10 High is a Sazerac product. It is distilled in the Barton Distilling Company down in Louisville, Kentucky. They make a lot of top-end bourbons, or better bourbons than this. This is probably their bottom end that they've had. I've had this one in the past. This was like my daily drinker. You could buy this 1.75 liter. It is 80 proof, 40% alcohol. You could get this 1.75 liter anywhere between $15 and $16. This was like my daily drinker. Again, I used to just throw it on ice and get it in me. I've never actually tried to do the proper smells, the taste, or anything like that with it. I usually didn't drink it neat, so this will be a first time for me actually drinking it neat. I can tell you out of a lot of the other cheaper ones that I had tried, again, I've tried probably every plastic bottle that was out there because I was going for volume. I wasn't going for flavor. This was probably the most flavorful one that I had out of a lot of the ones. Some of them I've had, and I've had a wide range between Canadian whiskey and Irish whiskey, and I had some Scotch, but again, I was always bottom shelf, and that's what kind of made me want to really try to do this channel is, does money really matter? Paying that extra premium, am I really going to get stuff? Because I actually settled on this one, and I drank a lot of this one, and I actually, on ice, I actually really liked it. So, that's kind of my idea in doing this whole thing is am I going to enjoy? Is it worth that extra $40, $50, $60? And then much like many of the other great channels that are out there, I got to give a huge shout out to, I can't remember them all. It's Bourbon Night, Whiskey Tribe, Whiskey Vault, Bourbon Junkies. There's so many, Mash and Drum. I've watched so many episodes that they've really inspired me to try and do what they do, because I really want to see, are these that much different, and are they that much better? So I'm going to try to do the blind fights and all the things, and mainly I'm going to try to introduce a new whiskey of some type, and then I'll have something to compare myself when I see all these different things. Am I getting all that? So let's start with this. Again, I've had this before, but I've never smelt it. You know what I mean? I smelt it when I drank it, but I really just put it on ice, let it, and got it in me. So it has a nice, now that I'm doing it. So me personally, it's not strong smelling. It's only 80 proof. I get what I'm going to say is caramel. That's what it smells like to me. I might smell a little vanilla, but nothing strong. There's nothing strong in this anyways. It's very faint. And again, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to smell in any of these, no matter what it is. I may get the best bourbon out there, and I might smell totally different. But overall, it has a pleasant smell. It's not overly strong. Let's give it a try. See, I never drank it neat before, but even that. See, this is the one that I used to drink all the time. So I'm used to the taste. It really isn't like alcohol forward to me. I think it actually, and now you can feel it a little bit after the fact, but when you drink it, I mean, it has a nice flavor. It tastes to me exactly like it smells. It's not overly strong on any real, like I don't really get, you know, all the flavor. Like I get that little caramel and I kind of taste that going in. You get a little of the heat when it's going down, but very little. It's actually, you know, I know people don't like to hear the word smooth, but I think it just goes down nice and easy. Again, I usually like to drink it cold, and this is not cold. So it's a big difference in flavor and taste to me on this. But, you know, again, for $15, $16 for a 1.75 liter, I really don't think you can beat it, you know, and that's my idea. I'm starting with this one because this was my go-to bourbon. Yeah, see, and I do get that. You get that little caramel taste on there. Let me see if it says on there, on where it is actually. And it says bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. It doesn't have an age statement on there, so I don't know. I believe they have to at least be aged for a small amount of time. It has no age statement on it, so you have no idea how long it actually is. It's not full of flavor. But to me, as a bottom shelf daily drinker, I used to drink this in generous amounts of quantities on a daily basis. And to me, it was good. Again, you know, I've had more flavorful and better bourbons out there, but they were a lot more money. And that's what always brought me back to this. To me, it has enough flavor and taste. You know, it doesn't taste like you're drinking rubbing alcohol or anything like that. It actually has a smell, you know, where it has like a caramel, vanilla. That's what it smells like to me. Like it has like a caramel smell to it. But it's not a strong smell by any means. But some of the ones, some of the other really, same price, but they were lighter. And they weren't as flavorful. This one actually has a lot more flavor than some of the other ones I have, but for being a very cheap, price-wise, cheap bourbon, it doesn't really, to me, I don't really get that alcohol burn. I mean, it is only 80%. I mean, 80 proof. So it is only 40% alcohol, but it's not hard to drink down. Like I think most anyone, you know, that first sip, of course, if you're not a bourbon person, they would be like, hello, you know, it kind of hits you. But it's not spicy by any means. I think it's relatively easy to drink. It's not an overly long finish. It doesn't linger as much in your mouth, and you could feel a slight burn when it's going down. Just a nice, you know, it gives you a little comfort feel. It's not an overly, a warm hug, but it definitely warms you up on the inside a little bit. And that's, you know, that's a good part of drinking anything straight to me. So there you go. There is our first bottle, our initial deposit into the, what is going to be eventually behind me, hopefully a good collection. So I am going to try to stay. I really don't want to try to blow my palate out with going expensive. I mean, the name of this is for a reason. I drank the lowest of low prices bourbon because I wanted large quantities for little money. And so I am going to try to stay on the lower end. But there's so many name brands out there where, you know, I've never had Jack Daniels. I've never drank Jim Beam. I had Buffalo Trace once, but I buried it on ice and I guzzled it down. I wasn't drinking it. A lot of the name brands for flavors. So I'm going to try to stay you know, on the lower end price-wise, and then try to work my way up and see, you know, does price really matter? And then when I have a generous amount, you know, if you guys want to see it, I would love to do some fights against, you know, which low-budget bourbon or which low-budget, you know, I'm going to try to bounce around. So if you have any comments, any questions, any suggestions, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from anyone. I'll try to get back to everybody. And again, 10 High, I think it's 2 thumbs up. For the price, you know, again, it was $15 for a 1.75 liter. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. You could use it as a mixer. I think it has enough strength to where if you put it with Coke, it would actually, or any kind of a mixer, I think it would hold its flavor. But to drink it, you know, I used to drink it on the rocks. I absolutely loved it. I think it has enough flavor, even drinking it on its own. I don't think it's alcohol forward. You know, have I had, you know, some with more intense flavors? Absolutely. But bang for your buck, this definitely can go on a shelf for now. And I think it'll be a good addition. So there you go. There is our first entry into our collection. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know, that can only help. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. And, you know, as always, spend less and drink more. Have a good night.